Good morning. Hello, it's Christmas Eve. Welcome to the 24th and final day of the 2025 Vlogmas. It's a bit crazy here because we are kind of having a bit of a Christmas day here because we've got visitors coming, we're going to have a meal, we're going to swap some presents, and yeah. So we are basically doing like a false Christmas day today, which is great because actually by the time this video comes out, it'll pretty much be Christmas Day. So you'll kind of get to have Christmas Day at the same time. So yeah, we're having our big meal in a bit. We have been kind of running around all morning. We've gone for a big walk with the dogs to tire them out. It's quite cold, actually. The temperature does seem to have dropped a bit, which that's fine by me because that's Christmassy. My wrist is a little sore, I've got to be honest. I think the madness of doing the baking and packing and hauling everything up to Wales yesterday has taken a slight toll, but it's fine. It's fine. I did take the brace off, the splint, to have a shower yesterday, and there was a little more movement than I was anticipating. It's still very weak, and I'm noticing which movements are and aren't possible for me right now. Anything where my wrist kind of bends all the way, absolutely no, especially if I'm doing something like that, or any twisty, no. But that some things are possible, which is a great relief to me. So yes, we're running about getting everything ready. My mother-in-law is prepping veg as we speak, and I thought I'd sneak away very briefly. I'm not avoiding the work. I'm gonna start pitching in with what I can in a second, but I needed to sneak away because I have my Advents to do, my final Anne of Green Gables Advent, as well as my final Loom Advent, which I'm a little sad about. I've enjoyed these Advents immensely this year. They've been so lovely, but it's Christmas, so it's time for them to end. So it is a shame, but we will see. What I will say is this is going to be my only talking part of this video because, as I said, we've got guests coming and it feels rude to sneak away and start filming. But I will be making sure I get lots of clips of everything that we're doing, particularly, as I said, with it being a faux Christmas day. I will be including lots of clips of everything that we get up to today. So yeah, the walk, the meal stuff, some of the presents. We're saving some presents till tomorrow because we don't want to have nothing to open on Christmas Day. But some presents will be done today as part of the gathering. And I'm very excited. I do need to finish off my cake. I baked the cake, but I need to do the white chocolate ganache on the top. I wanted to do that fresh. So I'm going to have to do that at some point today. Oh, you can tell I'm like, blah, 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 blah. So much to do. So much to do. But I'm really looking forward to this. It's going to be such a nice day. I still have some reading to do. I have a few chapters left, but then I'll be done with the read along as well. I'm not sure whether the read along was supposed to finish this week because like this was a much more everything was, there was a few chapters condensed into a shorter space of time than there have been for the rest of the read along. But I thought I'd get it all done on the Vlogmas because it feels complete. You know, I didn't want to have any of the chapters hanging on afterwards. So yeah, I wanted to make sure that tied up rather nicely. So I'm gonna do my Advent, my last Advent. Right, day 24. We know we're in the grey. We know we're in the grey. Ooh, that's a good grey. That's a good grey. And it's sort of focused. There we go. That is a very solid kind of, it's almost got a warmth to it, that grey. It's not a cold grey. There is some warmth to it. Interesting. Oh, at some point I'm going to lay it all out and see the entire fade in all its glory. As I say, I filmed almost all of it the other day. So I've got a pretty good idea of what it's going to look like. I'm just going to add a couple of grey shades onto the end of it, but I do want to properly appreciate the stunning job that she's done. Oh, she has just absolutely blown it away this year. And then I also have my final Loom Advent Day 12. And the colour is Wild Cherry. I hope there's some red to this. That will be very nice if there is. Ooh, a very dark. It's kind of a red brown, like a deep maroon. That's lovely. As usual, it's not fully solid. There are some slight tones into it. But that is a gorgeous, gorgeous reddish brown. Very pretty. Very pretty. And there we go. That's my Advents this year. So yes, very, very happy with those two. I still have one from the Camel's Yarn from the weekly Seaweed Advent. But to give full credit again to the stunning Advents that I've been opening throughout the Vlogmas, this one is my gorgeous Anne of Green Gables Advent from Skein and the Stitch. And she always just does the most beautiful packaging. So yes, this was Skein and the Stitch with the read-along. And then the 12-day one that I've been doing, this is Loom Wool. And they've both done such an amazing job. The seaweed one is the Camel's Yarn, which, as I say, I've got one more to open. That is for next Monday. I haven't brought it with me, so that is just a little treat in between Christmas and New Year that I'm very much looking forward to. And yeah, as I say, I should be finishing the Anne of Green Gables read-along, which I've never read this book. I've seen one of the many, many series that exist, but I've never read the book, and I'm quite enjoying it. I'm glad I've read it. I may go on to read Anne of Avonlea. I don't know. That's a next week problem. I'm not even thinking about that yet. I've got so many other things that have to be thought about before I even consider that sort of thing. So yes, anyway, I need to get dressed for dinner out of my walking clothes. And I'm going to go and actually help out instead of just hiding up here. So thank you so much to everybody that's taken part in watching the Vlogmas, even if it's just a little bit, even if this is the first episode you've ever watched. I really appreciate it. It's been really nice. It's been really nice to do and document, even though it's had its surprises, its ups and downs this time. Obviously, I will keep people updated on my general social media about what's going on with my wrist, because I'm yet to have the MRI to confirm whether it is certainly broken or just the worst sprain in existence. But I will keep people updated. But for now, thank you so much. I'm going to go and enjoy our fake Christmas day. I hope you have the most wonderful festive season. Merry Christmas.
The final 3 chapters, The Glory and the Dream, The Reaper Whose Name is Death, and The Bend in the Road. Anne is highly anxious on the exam results day and becomes rather dejected when she hears someone cheering for Blythe, the medal winner. She suddenly stops in her tracks when she also hears them cheering for Miss Shirley, the Avery Scholarship winner. She can hardly believe it, and Marilla and Matthew are so proud of her. One day over the summer, Matthew collapses in the doorway. Sadly, the doctor can do nothing, and Matthew passes away. Anne and Marilla are distraught, and it takes some time for Anne to come to terms with her grief. She and Marilla find comfort in each other, and Marilla tells her that although she's struggled to be open about these things, she loves Anne dearly. The conversation turns to Gilbert and how much like his father he looks. Marilla admits that there was a time when it was thought that she and Gilbert's father John may become a couple. Anne asks what happened, and Marilla says that she refused to forgive him after a quarrel and he never came back, but she wishes she could have forgiven him when she had the chance. Marilla's eyesight deteriorates and she has to consider selling Green Gables. The bank where all their money was saved has gone under, and she's concerned about the house deteriorating. Anne refuses to accept this and declares that she won't take the scholarship, and instead she'll take a teaching job and support Marilla to keep her company and to keep Green Gables. While some cannot understand her decision, Mrs. Allen and Mrs. Lynde appreciate the sacrifice she's made for Marilla and the home that means so much to her. When Gilbert finds out about Anne's decision, he approaches the Board of Trustees for the Avonlea School. It was planned to be given to Gilbert to teach, but he withdraws his application and instructs them to accept Anne's. She runs into Gilbert one day and thanks him for giving up the school for her. He asks if they can finally be friends and if she has forgiven him. She confesses that she forgave him that day by the river, but was too stubborn to admit to it. When she returns home, she blushes as Marilla asks why she talked for half an hour with Gilbert at the gate. Anne feels contented in her choice to remain at Green Gables and looks forward to the path she has chosen. Thank you so much for following along with my read-along and for the Vlogmas. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas.